Party people. This is a movie review from Ksea. This is a spoiler alert. If you have not seen the new Michael Myers movie and you plan on doing it, you probably shouldn't watch this. But if you have seen this Michael Myers movie and you have seen this, you definitely need to watch this. And if you haven't seen the Michael Myers movie and you don't care, then you can still watch this. That movie is absolutely ass. It is terrible. I literally feel like the writers of that movie watched Rocky V and decided to mix up that movie to make this last conclusion of this sibling rivalry. Just a backstory, it's 4 years later from the last movie. If you haven't seen the last movie, Michael Myers was wreaking havoc in the town again. How he was still alive, I don't know. How his sister was alive, I don't know. Because in other movies, they both have been killed. These white people are supernatural for some reason. Anyway, the townspeople tries to jump Michael Myers, and they literally are successful for like 13 seconds. And this one single old ass man decided to just start killing everybody. How? I have no idea. The movie ended with him killing his niece, which is Jamie Lee Curtis's daughter. How this movie picks up. 4 years later, they're acting like nothing happened at all. Her daughter was killed. They show her just living life, writing a story in her new house with her granddaughter, her daughter's daughter, and burning a pumpkin pie. So even in movies, white people can't cook. Now, this how it picks up. Wait, I take that back. The movie started, that's how it picked up for her. The movie started showing this babysitter at this house. The story of Michael Myers is still following around. He's babysitting this little boy. And the little boy is bad. The parents think he's just scared because he wets the bed because he's scared of Michael Myers. Apparently, this little boy is a spawn of Satan because he is talking buku mess to the babysitter. This guy is going to college to become an engineer. He's just trying to make a little bread. And he already know the family because he cuts their grass. So, fast forwarding in this scene, the boy plays a prank on the babysitter and ends up locking him in an attic on the fourth flight, in the attic on the fourth floor of this house. Big ass house. So apparently these people are breaded up. Man, the boy locks him in. The parents are coming in from the party. Mind you, he was cutting up a zucchini bread, and when he went back into the kitchen, the knife was gone. So I'm watching it with my wife. Everyone is thinking Michael Myers is in the house. But apparently, this little boy is playing games with this guy because he left the knife on the stairs. The babysitter has the knife in the attic locked in. The little boy was like, Michael Myers is going to get you, taunting him from outside the door. The parents are walking in. Mind you, they're on the fourth floor. The babysitter kicks the door open. The little boy falls over the railing, and smacks onto the floor. They show it. He bounced off that floor like a trampoline. Blood everywhere, spine just busted. And the dumbass babysitter is holding the knife in his hand, looking down like, oh my gosh, what did I do? But the parents are looking up like, what did you do? Fast forward. He got off. He didn't even go to jail. They said it was an accident. The white privilege. Because I was confused. I thought it was like a twin brother or something. You know how they set those up in the movie. This guy got completely off. He didn't even go to jail. But he is like shunned against, the town. The town looks at him like he's a killer. So Jamie Lee Curtis is like I believe they perceive her as the freak show, and he is the murderer. They somehow link up because the murderer, who is a grown ass man at this point, because it's like 3-4 years later since that accident, is getting terrorized by some high school kids. And my problem with that part of the movie is that, on some movies, the bullies are like jocks. These guys were bullying this grown ass man because he wouldn't buy them beer in band outfits. One of the guys had drumsticks. I'm looking like, what the hell is going on in 2022 where the band geeks are the bullies? I am baffled. Mind you, they are beating the hell out this grown ass man. Jamie Lee Curtis had to save him. Jamie Lee Curtis' granddaughter, he cuts his hand on some glass. Jamie Lee Curtis' granddaughter works as a nurse. She helps him out. Somehow they have a connection, end up trying to go on a date. The guy becomes like the new Michael Myers. This is why I say it's like Rocky V. If you watched Rocky V before, on Rocky V, Rocky, Sylvester Stallone character, picks up this random guy and teaches him how to box, and he becomes like one of the best boxers. This new guy apparently is getting sick of being taunted by everyone and everything like that. And the band geeks, again, after a party, he finally goes out, somehow sees the little boy mom that he killed at the bar that they go out in, and she goes off on him, and he just absolutely loses it. And he's like, why did you bring me to this party, such and such, whatever. Walks off. The band geeks throws him off a bridge. So they possibly could have killed this man, and they went about their business. And which really bothered me because it was 3 white people and it was like a black girl. And I was like, why is she rolling with these people? But, to each his own. He gets thrown off the bridge and he's dragged into a hole. Apparently, for 4 years, Michael Myers has been living under the town in some kind of hole, like a little sewage spot. I am wondering, how the hell does Michael Myers have strength? What is his calorie intake? Because what the hell is he eating? Because the dude walks in the sewage because he sees a hole to get out, and Michael Myers chokes him. Michael Myers looks him in the eyes, and he sees, I guess, the pain that this guy has been going through, and somehow becomes his teacher without saying a word. They get some kind of connection just by him looking through that crusty ass mask and that guy locking eyes with him. It is absolutely baffling to me. Now, fast forward. The guy becomes like the new Michael Myers. He is literally his pupil. He is bringing people into this hole. He is learning from Michael Myers himself. Again, I am wondering, what the hell is Michael Myers down there eating for him to have strength? He picking up people with one arm. He only got 2 fingers on one hand, I guess because he's been burned. And then they are working together. They are literally wreaking havoc on this town together. The girl is somehow in on it too, because she survived Michael Myers 3 movies ago, and she's in love with this guy. Fast forward. Jamie Lee Curtis starting to pick up game. She's seeing the evil in this boy, knowing that he is knocking down her granddaughter. She don't like it. This is where the movie gets absolutely ridiculous for me. Like I said all that, and this is where it gets ridiculous for me. They're about to leave town. The girl is like, I'm fed up. I'm trying to cater to my grandmother. I'm getting out of town and you're coming with me. He's down, but he's like, I gotta kill everybody, including your grandmother. He goes to the house. She's acting like she's about to commit suicide. Calls the police because she hears someone in the house. Calls the police like, hey, I'm calling in a suicide. What perceives to look like she blows her brains out. She shoots a pumpkin. So when he walks in the door with Michael Myers' mask, this is how it got Rocky V. On Rocky V, the pupil ends up betraying Rocky and then feel like he can do it on his own. Somehow this kid one-ups the supernatural Michael Myers inside his own little sewage home and takes his mask off his face. He bull rushed Michael Myers, took his mask off his face, and decided to start killing people. Shout out King Karan from Houston, who was in the movie, because he got his head beat in as a radio DJ or whatever. But he got that movie bread, so H-Town, Texas. Anyway, this fake ass Michael Myers go in the house thinking she blew her brains out. She shoots him twice. The mask come off. She sees him. She knows it's him. And so he's like, if I can't have your granddaughter, no one will. So he stabs himself in the throat. The granddaughter walks in. She thinks Jamie Lee Curtis killed her boo. She drives off. Grandmom is upset. Oh my gosh, I have ruined my relationship with my granddaughter. But she was just like upset that the dude that tried to kill her is dead. White people. Anyway, Michael Myers shows up without his mask. The dude is not dead. In Rocky V, Rocky ended up having to beat up his pupil and take everything from him pretty much. In this movie, he's grappling with the guy on the floor, snaps his neck. How he get this strength, I don't know. What he's down there eating. I am still wondering what this man's calorie intake is. Now, going all that to say, for the final showdown ever between, I can't even remember Jamie Lee Curtis' name on that movie, but these siblings who's been battling since 1978. That's when the first movie came out, I believe. 78 or 79. It was in the 70s. These siblings have their final showdown ever in the kitchen, and it lasted probably about 13 minutes. Michael Myers is beating the hell out this woman. She's old as hell. I am wondering, how in the hell is she surviving this? First off, he did one little hip toss and she flew across the room. I'm wondering how the hell she get up. What is she doing in order to have this kind of strength? She pins him down on the kitchen counter with a refrigerator, stabs his arms, stabs his hands. He is laid out. She got the knife in his hand, like she's about to, like she slit his throat. She slit Michael Myers' throat. I'm thinking it's over. Michael Myers with a slit throat, laying on a kitchen counter, rips his hand out of the knife. Didn't even like pop it up. He rips his hand. His hand is split down the middle. He is choking her with the same hand that is split down the middle. And she's wanting him to kill her. The granddaughter runs in, breaks his arm, and they slit his wrist. Now, I am saying all that, and this is the part that really pissed me off. The cops come. They see Michael Myers. They decide, instead of booking him or trying to do whatever, they're gonna make sure he's dead. And what really pissed me off about it, because it's being led by a black man. So they decide to break all these laws now. They literally tie him up on top of a car and have a brigade of cars go to this shop and throw him inside one of those grinders. They did this as a town that was led by the sheriff of the town, which was a black man. That ain't a good look. So even throughout all this bullshit ass movie, they decided to put the law in the hands of this black man, and he was like, nuh-uh, we're finishing the job tonight. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? That is not being a cop. So they decided in all these movies where Coach Yost from Remember the Titans, when he was the previous sheriff and they was trying to do it by the book, they decide, nah, forget that. Coach Yost is retired. We're going to bring in this black man and we just going to break the laws because he's the sheriff. Michael Myers' Halloween ends. It ends because They threw him inside and you see his body get all chopped up and shit. And then she goes on living her life. The granddaughter leaves, live her life, and everybody is just happy. It's the most bullshit ass movie I've ever seen in my life. Like, I'm glad it's over, but I am so sick and tired of stupid ass scripts getting through. Like, this movie shouldn't even be on Tubi. I love Tubi. It's not even a disrespect to Tubi, but this movie was so ass, I can't believe it got greenlit. So, and that's the reason I wore this shirt. This has been Ksea the Poor Horseman. Halloween Ends is absolutely ass. Thank you.